That's really sweet. That's a lovely scene. This is a sequel to last summer's movie Friday the 13th, and it's a continuation of the senseless, gruesome, violent murders we saw in that first film. In the movie, young camp counselors return to the woods where the summer camp massacre occurred in the original Friday the 13th, and they hear stories about a kid who drowned in the lake. Or did he? Nope.
He is magically reborn because his spirit cannot rest until he completes some unfinished business. Some women show their bottoms, others show their breasts. That's about all the character development we get.
It's just a series of teenagers who come on screen, say a few words, and then they're hacked to pieces. It exists only to show killing and mutilation. Here's another one of my favorite scenes from the movie. A kid in a wheelchair who has his head hacked open by a machete. And a young couple who are both impaled by the same spear. Friday the 13th Part 2 isn't just against women, it's against everybody. The movie would have been better if it had been tougher and more uncompromising, but it contains a lot of very good scenes. I have those reservations, but I recommend it all the same.
I had the same expectations. I said, well, let's see, maybe they'll go another way. Maybe they won't have anybody killed. No. Bang, bang, bang. Don't be afraid of death. It's a part of life. It's a natural order of things. And I thought it was marvelous in an outdoor adventure picture to have that kind of a message.
The whole philosophical content in this film is kind of a refreshing change. It reminded me, strangely enough, and this was unexpected, of Japanese samurai movies. It has the same sort of attention to a code of behavior, how you deal with violence, how you deal with death, how you deal with your duties as a man or a woman in the society you live in, and then also the kid in a wheelchair who has his head hacked open by a machete.
I saw this film in New York, a large Arab population in the audience. When the machete went into the head of the kid in the wheelchair, they were yelling Allah, Allah at the screen, and it reminded me of the angry black films of the early 70s where the audience really got inspired by the picture.
Sure, it's fun. It's not as good as Lawrence of Arabia, but it's a good film, and it's been a long time since we've had an epic this good, and yet it's simply a series of mutilations and murders.
I was surprised by it. I hadn't seen one like this for a long time. It reminded me of pictures that I saw as a kid about a mad slasher with a knife, a hatchet, and a machete. I enjoyed it a lot.
I did too, and one of the things I enjoyed the most about it was a kid in a wheelchair who has his head hacked open by a machete.